want something, there's always a way. And Rex was the one who would find the way.
He was a voice of encouragement for everyone else.
He was always smiling, and he was always polite.
He was like Superman. I don't know a person who has gone through more with the right attitude than him. When
I looked online and saw all the work that was being done in his name, I became really impressed that this guy is amazing. He did an amazing job for such a short period of his life.
He wanted to live life to the fullest.
Rex always had a vision for what was going to happen in the future, even when we were young.
He came to OU, was in the band.
He was a member of Epsilon Lambda chapter at Ohio University. He was one of the officers of the Epsilon Lambda chapter while he was there.
Majored in political science. He graduated and realized you cannot get a job with a political science bachelor's degree, and he didn't have the best grades.
Rex, as a 17, 18-year-old person, he wasn't thinking that he was going to have a PhD. At that point, we were all just hoping that we were all going to get undergraduate degrees.
He was tired of working just a minimum wage job. He said, I got to do something different with my life. So he just packed up and went back to OU with enough gas to get there. We were like, do you have a scholarship? Do you have a dorm? Do you know where you're going to stay? He said, I don't know anything. I'm packing everything I own. I'm going to OU and somebody's going to let me in school. He ended up pleading his case for the master's degree program. He got his degree in public administration and moved to New York to work for Governor Cuomo. That's when he realized that he had something special when it came to communication, when it came to affecting other people. And then he decided to come back and get his degree in cross-cultural communication. That's when the difficulty happened. So he beat cancer once and it came back again, and he had to have the bone marrow transplant. That was probably one of the toughest things I've had experience, and I didn't even go through it. He had chemotherapy, working on his PhD, never missed a day of class.
He knew that the Lord had a plan for him, and he was going to see that plan out.
He would go take his chemo, go to the gym, work out, and be back at class on Sunday night.
The PhD was an accomplishment for Rex, but it was how many other individuals could I impact?
He really stepped up, I think, when he got his PhD, and that's when he realized that he had a calling on his life, and it was about faith and God and giving back. He went to Duke University, some of the best doctors, and he went to the beach after his doctor's appointment. And he said he was walking on the beach and he could actually hear God say to him, serve me or die. And he said that's the day he had to make a decision that his life was going to make a difference in other people's lives. And that's when he really started his quest to help African American boys.
The Black Male Leadership and Development Institute was one of his brainchilds.
He not only exposed students to higher skills of learning and personal management, but the idea is that he allowed them to be exposed to different professions.
I remember him calling me saying that he had adopted a 6th grade class of African American boys. And he made the promise to them that if they graduated, and this was a school that had a horrible track record of graduation, he promised them that if they graduated high school, that he would make sure they all had full scholarships.
He stood out. He did things that was unusual. And the fact that he was trying to make a difference in the African American community. He was trying to use what he had learned and put it into application. And that, was, to me, is what being a trailblazer is about. Not just your own success, but how that success influences other people to excel.
In the memorial service, it was amazing how many stories that people wanted to come up to the mic and talk about.
At Rex's funeral, one of the most powerful things that said a lot was you had kids that were getting off of buses to come to Rex's service. It's not one individual, it's a multitude of people that are showing up to say, job well done.
Somehow he may have known that his time may have been limited, so he did everything double duty.
He's still doing his work. He's doing what the Lord intended him to do. From my perspective, Rex did not pass before he was supposed to. He did his job while he was here, and he's still affecting us today.
The community in Ohio will remember him as an outstanding young black male.
He's some hard shoes to fill, but his legacy has forced us to think about service to others. And I think that's the legacy that his boys will have also.